I would be really interested in talking to you all further about how we can work together. I'm, of course, brand new to this board, and I know that coming into this board meeting that, we had some really serious deadlines that we had to meet. One was a budget. We have to have a budget July 1, right? Or everybody goes home or looks for another job. And then the other challenge was how many policies that we adopted in a very compressed period of time from the legislation being passed to they had to be effective July 1. Now, what was missing and what I talked about our general counsel in the expressive activities policy, how he publicly vetted that and then the beneficial results of that. I mean, I would really like to see the trustees be more, the proposals that came to the trustees should be made public so that people can look at them, comment, be engaged, and then we would have a committee system that would consider those and then be able to meet, have comments, have interaction. And I think the product would be better. Now, obviously, there's emergencies, which we faced right here, right? Right here and right now, okay? But when we don't, when there is time to do things, I mean, I'm a little surprised that that's, not the case, frankly. And I think the results would be much better. And so I appreciate, you two both addressed that, I thought. In maybe different ways, but I would like to see that. Would that be helpful?
First, thank you for that. I made reference to the new policy on policies, that's UA08, we passed just back in February, I think, and it does call for that, in fact, and it standardizes how everything needs to be made policy. There's a separate committee, and it's got administrators and faculty on there as well, and it's working very well. In this case, it was just had to be so expedited that faculty are going to be caught off guard by this, and it's going to be my job to try to explain it, but it's going to be difficult. Yeah. But UA08, if you look at it later, you'll see it's really it lays it out very well. Again, this is one of the things that the president had us involved in, and I think we did really good work in this and work with Trustee Langham on this, and I think it will be good for Indiana University going forward. It includes a public period, by the way, a public review period. But
this is UA08?
UA08, yes.
I had enough difficulty reading 533 pages.
I know.
So I haven't gone back to, previous. Well, I'm very encouraged by that. So you all think that'll be a helpful process going forward?
So I would add that I think that not only is that a helpful process, but I think thinking through structures where it is transparent and predictable about where engagement happens is what makes sense. I think one of the things when I talk about that this is transforming how faculty engage in shared governance, when I did my first comments in September, one of the things I talked about is that what we see in higher education right now is more of a division between what is considered to be governance on the campus. And so it is, the faculty have these things and the administrators have these things, and never shall the two really interact. And so now we are at a point in higher education where that paradigm shift is that it all has to interact. In order for the academy to thrive, we have to work together. And so that transformational shift now means how do we create our structures and our systems that are predictable and transparent for how it is that people can expect to engage in those processes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.